I don't know. I believe obviously they'll be asking why don't we need Biafra? Let me go first, right? In my opinion, as a young Igbo man, most Igbo people, most Igbo people, the tales or stories that were told to us by our parents, those stories we are told out of hate, out of emotions, because of the way that they felt during the time of Biafra, right? And obviously, you know if you blame them because this war happened, even though you can excuse them and say they didn't know everything of why all the reasons why the war happened or all that, but their experiences, it wasn't fun for them. Then they run up and down. Then hungry, they literally see their siblings, their children, they die of kwashoko. You know, these things not trauma. Not trauma. So you cannot blame someone who experienced those things, now has his own child. What do you expect that person to tell his own child? So these are the stories that were told to us, to me, by my papa. You know, I'll excuse my mother because my mama no send that thing when they call Biafra. You know, but my papa, you know, these stories of pain, emotion, those are the things that have been passed down to us. And now we have that here because we love our parents, right? Our dads are like our first heroes. Anything they tell you, now you go take first. So you take that emotion in. You don't do any research. As a young person, you don't have even the resources to go find the research. But there is no excuse again when you become a grown adult, an older adult. There is no excuse again for you not to go and do your research and understand, why did we go to war? What happened? What did this happen? Why did that happen? Why did this happen? Now, me, as a grown man now, I've come to that understanding that Biafra is not in my best interest. Anything when they call Biafra is not in my best interest. Because what has it done for us? Even the Ojukwu, tell us one project what Ojukwu do for Southeast, even when he was Governor General of the Southeast. We can go on and on of Sam Mbakwe. I think it was Day the Chris the other day. He came when I hosted a show. You were in there, Chioma. I hosted a show on, see me, I don't forget the name of the show, but I hosted a show on some show, but and Dede Chris came on and he was listing, I believe I still have a list of it here. Mekuna, just bear with me. Yeah, here it is. He listed a list of things that Sam Mbakwe did. Concord Hotel, Imo Airport, Aba Glass, breweries, Imo Modern Poetry, Abia State University, Power Station, Adapam, and a whole lot of things because he was just...
And you don't mention road, though.
You don't mention... This thing where you talk now.
You never mention road, though.
This thing
road where you build for some of the road where you see now. Now some of the road where now you done this for, but him build that since that time. Yeah.
Chioma, exactly. This thing where you talk and you say you no mention road. The Chris also said it. I never mention road, though.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. This thing where you talk now. The Chris list all these things. Finish. He said, I never mention road, though. You know?
Yeah.
So when you see these our leaders, Sam Mbakwe them, and that's why I had that pushback, by the way, when you said, you know, it's a black thing. It's an individual thing. It's a human thing, but that's a whole nother conversation anyway. But, you know, we have these people, Sam Mbakwe, Michael, but we can go on and on his own too. The few ones was, I know you've also said you were born in the Michelin estate. You've mentioned that one time. Michael, but I set up that industry for Port Harcourt, obviously, right? Michelin, just like Shell Arrow too for Port Harcourt still, but not be him do that one. I'm just saying, you know.
The daughter even came here one time.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, she was a little bit rude. She said she was the granddaughter.
No, but Michael Obara did quite a bit, and from the stories that I know personally from an aunt who worked, hand in hand, campaigning, doing stuff, working for him. Even just the when you donate money, you donate money, put together, make the women for the communities learn how to do soap, learn how to learn scale. Those type of things where now it looks like what they just do to get rid of, but they were doing it to like skill acquisition so that those people can cater for their families, even if they were not educated. These are things that we can mention. Samu Mbakwe is one of those people where, when they say what can governors do, and of course, the structure is a little bit different now. But for the allocation where they receive, you know how much governors they collect?
That is what the Chris said. He did all these things with less than 10% of what these guys are getting.
How much that money is in today's money?
Yeah.
You don't even reach what they collect that time.
Yep.
With the money where you get now, even if, because I know say stealing go day. Let's even say you steal like 50%. If you use the 50%, do that thing. Give the contracts. Make sure say the people you give the contract to do them. We don't know where we go there first.
Yep.
Maybe because the reason the one where you don't embezzle. We go feel even say, you know, you chop where you chop. You know, that kind of something. But no. They will use 90% because if someone back where built roads that us we don't know when they're like when like ballet the EK where we don't know what team do.
Yeah.
But
I don't even know this person.
Don't see the road because we don't drive on the road.
Yep.
Hey, you see?
Yep. But anyway, you know, the bottom line here is these people built all these things where we still they talk about. Me and Chioma they talk about, they Chris they talk about, everybody they talk about. Waiting
after Biafra.
Waiting Oduku do. What did Oduku do? What did Oduku do? The spearhead, the hero where everybody they call him. What did this hero do for
if Papa money where you go use, bring. If you want bring money like that, Seth, go use and go do what nothing do. Make say they manufacture car.
Yep.
You know, make it be Ojuku, maybe Ojuku race car, Ojuku, and then they do Peugeot, you're gonna do Ojuku something.
Yeah.
It go make sense that because your papa at that time get name across Africa. You go even feel use that name, say now my papa, you know, now my papa company with which car you they drive. You know, Biafra go they tell us say grandpapa they drive one car where we call Ojuku FX or something. Yeah. But we don't see anything.
Zero.
Even the things that are what did they call them? Not elephant projects, but you know, the projects that are kind of ego-driven, we don't even see that one.
No.
Make it be like saying a hotel you built.
Even the cenotaph where you've been the spearhead. You don't even build them for people where you lead to go die.
You build the cenotaph on Dogru.
For people where you lead to go die. You know build.
Sorry. You know build.
So this hero, where is this hero coming from? And why should we still be talking about this Biafra that has not given us anything positive? Why? We don't need it. We don't need it, and this is not an opinion. It is a fact.
You see these Sabo people, question, Delilah, you know, Delilah don't say, Ojuku build something, he build Ojuku born Kafo.
Sabo people, that now make we no one bring them here. Sabo, we now make we no one bring them here.
No one bring them because they don't get sense. The same people Kafo.
Yep.
We don't talk wetin go benefit people. Bunker for him and him people now for him babes when they hide there. Wetin concern us for him bunker?
Unbelievable. But this is my opinion on why I think we don't need Biafra. Chioma, what will be your own thoughts on this? Why would they wait for the next person?
Yes, I don't think that we need Biafra simply because of the evidence. You always said rightfully, you said it's in the outcome.
Absolutely.
If we were going to get Biafra, we would have gotten it in 1967 because at least then, all of the things that, like, you know, Nigeria was still a newborn baby, 6 years old, still a toddler, still very, very taking baby steps. That time, the memory of a new independence thing, it was still there. If we had any chance, it would have been in 1967. Yeah. Now, with the way that Nigeria is structured, it is to prevent that type of secession at that scale from ever being possible. So I look at things in terms of what is possible. Because if you waste time chasing things that are not possible, that is not bravery and that's not confidence. That's just stupidity. It means that for the 26 years that we have derailed ourselves, on top of the marginalization, so you say we don't dare marginalize by your own, let's even say we admit, say marginalization day. But everything you have done in that 26 years has further marginalized you from where you need to be. So if we need Biafra, you say we need Biafra because of seaport. You say, okay, seaport's no day. Is it river you want? Say, dredge am. It's okay, but if we dredge am, vessel no go fit carry all the cars. We go lift them for head and be waiting. You know, think like say buy. You guys go donate lagoon, I go donate lagoon. And seaport conversation will just die there. International airport. I've spent hours explaining why the international airport argument is kind of a no thing. So we're not going to waste time there. But for all of the reasons why people say that we need Biafra, those are the reasons why I say that we don't. Because for every time we have attempted to agitate for Biafra, only Igbo people buy it. The points that a lot of bingos come with when they come to me about why Kanu needs to be free is not even because he's spying, because of the things that he's accused of.
Yep.
If you think about Biafra coming, I have to ask you, what about the way we have been going about it indicated to you that this was going to lead to a country? Because at least in 1966, we go say, pogroms happen. All these military people, they come, hold their chest to say, man, we must fight for our right. But now, with the way we are in the current dispensation and the way that the dynamic of Nigeria is, how possible is it? It is like 0.000, because Nigeria is not going to sit on one table and tell us that we're going to dissolve. It will not happen. So why dream about it? And then why is it? Because the reason why I know that we don't need Biafra, if we were to get Biafra today, it would be like Lilu and Osun. And when you now say, well, why is Biafra not doing those bread and, they said it's honey and
milk and honey.
Milk and honey. Why is the milk and honey you promised me? Why is the milk not milky? Why is the milk not milky? Yeah? They'll now say, it's because they are not pushing the car well. Push her, press her. You go press car, milk and after. Oh, where's the money? They say we don't have bees in our league. But they never the bees in our. Just what I'm saying. If you get to the point where they even get that Biafra, and one thing is not the way that they say that it's going to be, you catch it, ask the question. You know, say they like to do fair enough. Before you say fair enough, you better see. Me, I'm not going to enter the kingdom. Now, but that time they go make me ambassador to Biafra as an American. The American passport they go use make me diplomat. You know. You don't even enter. You do fair enough. Hey, Burugi. Yeah? Because they will remember say, can't you say, anybody will be sabo, anybody will question in way, go enter Biafra when they come. But all jokes aside, we do not need Biafra for all the times that we have tried to get Biafra. All we have done is just think about what is happening with even the Obi candidacy. And the fact that bingos don't aim high and for Yakata. Now, just think about what the ones who don't know whether they won't be Biafran or whether they now won't vote for. Just think about the disservice they are doing for, and even doing more for a person like Obi. Because it means that those Yoruba people and Hausa people, you go come say Hausa people, they clap for you, Yoruba people, they clap for you. It make them even know, say, Igbo people, they won't be part of Nigeria.
Yep.
But you go there, you go they do the certain things that is even demarketing Obi, because Obi is running to be the governor of a sovereign nation called Nigeria. He's not running to be my own president. He's going to be the president of all Nigerians. And that means that Obi believes that he can do something to change the way that Nigeria has been working. So why not allow that to happen? Why then be trying to take away from that by pushing for Biafra at the same time?